Women's Corner. So for the sake of those that are just joining us, Blossom went for an official assignment and she will join us tomorrow. So don't miss her too much, even if we're also missing her here. So moving forward, we're going to unveil our guest for you to meet her properly. Felicity, please read our profile.
Yes, our guest actually has a very robust profile here. And that's to tell you that we have, we bring in quality guests on the show. Now, I guess this morning is Ambassador Mabel Abel Onaiwu. She's a highly accomplished Nigerian professional with over 12 years of distinguished military service in the Nigerian Army, complemented by extensive expertise in humanitarian service, occupational health and safety, emergency response, and leadership. She's currently pursuing an MBA in humanitarian services with the Roseboro Institute, demonstrating her commitment to advancing leadership and humanitarian excellence. She holds a BSc Hons in mass communication and a wide range of advanced professional qualifications, including professional diplomas in occupational security, health and safety management, levels 2 and 3, a professional diploma in QHSES leadership from the Leadership Academy, an executive diploma in international healthcare administration, and a diploma in healthcare assistance and caregiving, CPD UK. Her robust training portfolio also covers forensic science and fraud investigation, community policing, aircraft maintenance planning, disaster risk reduction, emergency and disaster response, and monitoring and evaluation. Ambassador Mabel is certified in first aid, CPR, and basic life support by the Nigerian Red Cross Society, and has completed specialized programs at the Nigerian Navy Communication and Information School. Her unique combination of security expertise, health and safety proficiency, and humanitarian leadership positions her as a dynamic leader, designing and implementing impactful programs that address safety, health, and empowerment, especially for women and girls. As the founder and CEO of She Safety and Health Initiative and Love and Life Foundation, she leads transformative projects that promote safety education, women's empowerment, and community resilience across Nigeria and beyond. Through her visionary leadership, she continues to amplify the message of her health, her safety, her voice. A distinguished ambassador of the World Safety Organization, WSO, she was honored with the WSO Ambassador of the Year Award for exceptional contributions to safety leadership and advocacy. She also serves as CEO of Prolific House Limited, driving innovation, leadership development, and sustainable impact. Ambassador Mabel is a committed member of several international and professional bodies, including the Child Protection Network, UNICEF, United Nations Association of Nigeria UNAN, Red Cross Society of Nigeria, and we have the World Safety Organization, the WSO, and so she a married with children. Ambassador Mabel Abel Onaiwu embodies excellence, compassion, and resilience. Her mission is clear: to build a safer, healthier, and more equitable world through leadership, education, and advocacy that empower women, girls, and communities globally. So I mentioned that was a robust profile.
Wow, it was really
I am inspired already. Like I am over inspired.
Thank you so much.
How are you able to do all of this together?
It's really
like it's a whole lot.
Service to humanity.
Yeah.
It's always a driving force. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
You're
so
welcome.
your profile is fully packed, like we've all seen and heard. So we're going to focus on the main thing right now, which is your foundation. Yeah, you're the founder and CEO of She Safety and Health Initiative. So what is that all about? For the sake of our viewers, what do you do and the whole experience?
Okay, thank you so much for having me, Galaxy TV, Women's Corner. I mean, it's so amazing to be here, and we are twinning like
we already talk about this, off air. You're putting on a blazer, That's it. We came here for serious business.
Okay, so thank you so much once again. About the She Safety and Health Initiative, the passion was driven out of concern for women's health, safety, and advocacy.
Okay.
having served in a male-dominated environment, like the military, for over 12 years, it gives me great concern where a woman would maybe have menses unplanned and she's running around being scared or maybe stained at work and not knowing what to do. And then people looking at you like you've committed a crime when they see that your dress is actually stained, instead of being compassion and showing empathy to see how they can render assistance. So it gives me a great concern to see that like our motto will say, or our team will say, our health, our safety, and our voice. That's our driven passion, to see that we also do something in this sector where it's not usually loud.
Okay, so what has been the driving force for you, your push? Because trust me, it's not easy, and it's not something you just wake up to say, oh, I want to do this because I feel like I want to do this. So what is your driving, or what has been your driving force?
Okay, for me, it has always been passion to serve humanity, because at the end of the day, we are not living with money, clothes, wealth accusation, and any of that. It's footprint, legacy, posterity should remember you and smile for something. So I had my first foundation as a teenager, Love and Life. So then we focus on relationship matters and other stuff. But this She Safety and Health was born out of a great concern on women's health, safety, and advocacy. So how do we make a woman feel safe? What is she supposed to know? Because aside from the fact that she's built with femininity and all of that, she should be able to also fend for herself. The same way you train the boys. I'm glad, leveraging in my military background, the military is not segregated. Don't segregate. They're not looking at you and saying you're a woman, so come this way. You receive the comprehensive training the male counterpart received. So you are being accorded the same respect with the male counterpart. So I want to also see a world where the woman or the girl child can be able to defend herself. So we train on self-defense. Self-defense.
I love that.
That's interesting.
So if you come at me, I should be able to defend myself.
Yes, that is
because I have a mark in my hand here where I was attacked as a civilian. But I didn't let go. I fought back. I fought back with two guys. I told them, you can't take my purse, you can't take my phone. You are a devourer. So they when they saw that I was not giving up, they left me and said, this one a winch. but then we teach self-defense, emergency response, menstrual hygiene, first aid, fire safety. What do you do when there's emergency? But the fact that you are a woman doesn't make you less. You should be able to defend yourself in all ramifications. Before calling for help, at least you know basic things,
survival skills. Yes. Now, I mean, I agree with a lot of things you said here. First of all, you talked about how a lot of people, for example, a woman is stained. She's on her period, maybe it just comes out and she's stained. And then there are people who would, instead of offering to help her, try to shame her for it. And then just reminds me of something I saw on the internet, I think last week or 2 weeks ago. A lady was talking about a period. And then a man commented and said, oh, there's no privacy for this women anymore. How can you come on the internet and you're talking about period? And I'm like, you are shaming. This is 2025. This is the 21st century. Yet a man is coming out to shame a woman for coming to educate people about periods. And then you also mentioned something about self-defense. Now, self-defense, a lot of people will say there's this very popular quote that the men sometimes don't like to hear. They say what a man can do, a woman can
say that again. In fact, I was talking to a man and he said, and I quote, Ambassador, are you trying to equip our wives so they can come and beat us?
Well, I think self-defense is a basic life. That should be a survival skill. Everybody, man, and whether you're a man or a woman, you should learn self-defense. You should be able to defend yourself. The same thing we talk about driving, swimming, cooking. These are basic life skills. Exactly, and it shouldn't be gender specific. Now, I'd love to, talking about your foundation, let's talk about challenges. In life, we go through challenges. As humans, even in our workplace, we go through challenges. What are the challenges you've experienced since you started this foundation up till now?
Okay, the major one I would say would be funding.
Okay.
Yes, because we have a lot of projects. Next month, we are going to be launching what we call the shipping box, dignity and safety box for women.
Okay.
That we are going to be having it free in public places. It's going to be containing things like sanitary pad, first aid, specifically for the girl child and women.
Yeah.
So we need funding for those kind of projects. We also have challenge of approval, like we do training for public schools or government schools. Last 2 weeks or 3 weeks to commemorate International Day of the Girl Child, we were in Ipaja Senior Grammar School and the junior. So we did almost 2,000 girls were trained by us. So all of this, basically logistics and gift items for them, because it would not be fair to go and have a training for maybe 2-3 hours and just leave them behind. And we have gone past sanitary pad all the time for girls. We want something new.
Yes.
Yeah, we want something new. We want something innovative, something that they can also use, because sanitary pad is disposable. I mean, so what is wrong with giving them a first aid box that they can also use for themselves? Most of these girls have never seen fire extinguisher. In fact, we partner with Lagos State Fire Service, and they were there to teach them how to use fire extinguisher to put off fire blanket at home, and what to do when there's such emergency. So basically, it's been funding and I think right partnership.
What about volunteering?
Volunteering, yes, we have a good number of volunteers. We have good numbers of people are willing to volunteer for a good cause.
Oh, that sounds really good.
So before we go fully into what we really want to talk about, because I have so many questions to ask you, and I'm very sure Felicity has so many questions to ask you too. All right, so talking about self-defense, because I picked an interest in that particular one. Because it's, like you said, it's luxury, it's a necessity for both genders. So what type of skill do they teach in self-defense? What do they do? Do they teach you how to bugs? Do they teach you how to use weapons? Or what exactly? I really want to know.
Okay, not really. We basically teach you how to defend yourself. When somebody comes at you from behind, from the side, what do you do? If you're being attacked, what do you do? You know, so we basically teach you how to defend yourself, not necessarily fighting, but to defend yourself and then call for help.
Okay. So now, taking us back to what you said about being in a world where men dominate the world, this is a man's world. So what would you say about being independent as a woman in the society today, in a society where men are dominant? What is the importance of being independent as a woman, both in your career, your finances, and everything about you, everything that sums you up to be a woman?
That question is very important, and I want to say thank you. Okay, so I will say, first and foremost, a woman was created for a purpose by God. So she wasn't just created, come, your beautiful face, body, get married, give birth, and then if that was the case, if that was the case, after you had graduated, you got married, maybe start having children, you would have just, maybe after birth, you can just go, right? But there's a purpose for every human person. So first, a woman should know that she is whole. She is complete. Life is phases. You grow as a child, dependable on people, parents around. Then you become independent as an adult. That being said, you are responsible for yourself. For the things, decision you make and the people around you. So that phase is indispensable. I mean, it's an opportunity. It's like a blessing, right? In this because if you ask a married woman now, she'll tell you, "I wish," you know that look. I wish I can go back a little, maybe snap back. But then we move, regardless. So, being independent is like you having your own security. Because whether we like it or not, when we talk about our health, our safety, our voice, at the She Safety and Health Initiative, you're talking about a woman being complete, a woman being whole, a woman having your own money. I mean, the freedom that comes with it.
Oh my God.
You cannot quantify it.
At all.
The peace of mind, the respect.
Yes.
I was in the office one time and my colleague, a very senior man that we all respect, the child came to the office to ask him for matches.
What?
And you can imagine how children are loud.
Yeah.
The child just walked in and said, Daddy, Mommy said you should give me money for matches.
Oh my goodness.
So what stops the woman from having her own money and buying
it?
matches?
Yeah.
But some men too are not, making it easy.
Yeah.
I want my wife to be housewife.
Mm-hmm.
I want to cage her. I want to control her. Because when you take money out of a woman, when you take security, money is security, whether we like it or not.
Yes.
When you take security out of a woman, you have, deharmed her. So, but every woman should stand up knowing very well that you need your own power.
Yes.
You need your own security.
Yeah.
Whether the man is there or not. We have seen cases where the man is very rich, well-to-do, and something happened and the man is no more.
Yeah.
Then the family takes over everything and leaves the woman.
And the woman is left with nothing.
With nothing.
Yeah.
So every wise man, like my husband, is always happy to see me fly. And I know he's watching this right now. And I celebrate him all the time. Because most of the things I do is backed up by a wise man who will tell me, I am not caging you.
Yeah.
You are not limited. In fact, some of the times when I doubt myself, my husband will tell me, you can do it.
Yeah.
Remember who you are. Remember I am here. And his support has been 101%. So that is what every wise man would do. But the one who has myopic mentality, poverty mentality, want to cage the woman, want to clip her wings, would not want her to shine because now
most times they even feel threatened. This thing is not even peculiar to the uneducated men. Gone are the days where they say it's even the educated ones.
The educated
you see them with the
ones.
certificates, you see them with the degrees and everything.
A man came to church and then we had a picnic of married couples and he said, I met my wife when she was, I think, secondary school. I saw her through school. He's educated. I saw her through school because I want to marry her. And then I got her the job she's doing now. So I was like, why should I allow you take control so much from when to when? You are doing all of this because you want to marry me. Apparently control.
Yes.
Because that's the word.
Yes, that's the tool.
So if she gets you offended or gets on your nerves, you take the job away from her. You ask her to sit down. If you don't behave, no work for you. And you know what that
I got you that job.
I got you that job. I can take it back.
Yes, I can
take it back from you. The educated ones are even terrible. And most of them, I'm sorry to say this, they have inferiority complex.
That's what it is.
True.
They are dealing with low self-esteem. You can imagine, you can just name it. Because a man who is, all-rounded with his own self-respect and self-worth, who wants to, if your wife shine, it is you.
Yes.
Onaiwu is not my father's name. But everywhere I'm going to, I'm announcing. So a wise man wants to push and then make sure the woman is empowered as he too is being empowered. You develop yourself, because the children mostly in the home front take after the woman. You marry unintelligent woman, uneducated woman, watch the children.
Reflect. Honestly, I completely agree with everything you said. Men are meant to support their wives. They are meant to help them build that vision. So now for women that are in cases where they're not lucky enough to get a man that supports their dreams. And you know how important the society emphasize your husband's blessing in your vision. So what do these women do? What do they do? Who do they run to for help? How do they make their voices be heard?
Also, let me add to what she said. There's this other factor, indoctrination. Our women, I watched, there's this podcast, I don't know if I'll call it, a podcast I watched a few months ago or thereabouts. And then an elderly woman, who supposedly has grandchildren.
Okay.
And they were talking about domestic violence. And the young lady was like, no, I can't be married to someone who abuses me, in any way. I would leave. And the woman was like, why would you leave your home? And I think the young girl asked her, okay, so what if you die in the process? And she was like, if I die, I die.
I die.
That's what she said.
Death is death.
Now imagine a woman, a mother, a grandmother with this kind of mentality. Now imagine what she has been feeding her female children with. They grew up with that mentality. They grew up seeing their father abuse their mother. They think it is perfectly normal. So let's also talk about the issue of indoctrination. Women who have been told these things from birth, from childhood, that, oh, this is how we should be, this is how we should be. Now as adults, they tell us, as we grow older, we unlearn, we relearn. That's life, right? But there are people who would never unlearn certain behaviors.
I think it's them being brainwashed.
Okay.
As we train the girl child or the boys, we should train them to be first good husbands, perfect adults or near perfect adults, and then husband before parents, before being a parent. So I tell my son, he's 7, at least he's the oldest. I'll tell him, you see, daddy has never hit me. Daddy has never abused me. Abuse now.
Yeah.
Because I listened to someone last month and she said, my husband abuses me verbally. My husband washes me down. You're not a good mother. You are not this. You are not this. And it broke my heart. It broke my, because those are mostly not talked about all the time. We are always looking at
the physical abuse.
We're always looking at verbal abuse.
Financial abuse too. Emotional abuse.
You say don't work, stay at home, take care of the children.
Yeah.
But you're not even still making it easy for me. You are still complaining. But I had to tell her, maybe you take a leave for 1 week. Leave him with the children.
Let him see how it feels.
But it's the reality.
Yeah.
You can't eat your cake and have it. I'm not doing it well. Maybe you will do better. Let me go work. Or I should excuse you to do something.
Yeah.
Because if we don't raise this children to be properly grounded, to be able to know what is good from what is right from wrong, they will absorb everything that comes through, and then they won't be able to stand out for themselves or defend themselves. So they also dish it out. So what do? I told her, maybe you excuse him for 1 week, 2 weeks. Let him. You are sleeping. Let him come and sleep too and see.
You're not doing anything. You're busy doing nothing.
You can't be abusing the woman verbally, financially, emotionally, and you want her to give you her best. You look at her with so much disdain, as if she disgusts you. What do you expect from such a woman? And what these men do, they mentally drain you.
Make you shrink.
They make you lose your self-esteem, your self-worth. They isolate you from friends and family. Don't talk to them.
They make you feel you're not good enough, and you can never be good enough.
So like they did you a favor. And then
they will say it.
And then how do you pour to an empty container? What do you get from an empty container? Just like pouring water on a basket. You can't get anything. It's what you give out.
That's what you get.
So if you want the woman to be sweet to you, then treat her like a queen. Every woman, that's why God himself said, love your wife. God is wise. He's the author of marriage. He said love first, because he knows that a woman's place is to, when she receives love, she
multiplies it.
So
going back to my question, because now that we're talking about this, I feel so glad, because I can't overemphasize the importance of this right now. But still talking about women that want their husband to support their vision and let their voices be heard. What do you think they should do? Do you think at some point they should take a walk? Because I've heard some people say, if it becomes toxic, if it becomes life-threatening, you take a walk. But at this junction where you don't feel complete, you feel like you're not doing, you feel empty, you're not doing what you really want to do, but you still need the support of your husband. So what do you do as a woman in that position?
At that point, that's why I believe speaking before marriage. Yes, I and my husband agree on names of children, as minor as it is, before we got married. We had their names down, written down. This is the names we want. In fact, when I was pregnant for my first child, I just kept calling his name. Sugar, come and say hello to Zuru. I was like, wow, how did you know? And when we went for scan, because I already said this is what I want. When we went for scan, and he said, it's a boy. I said, see, Zoe is there. And he was also looking at me. So, there's power in words.
Yes.
If we had talked about it. I know people change.
Yeah.
If we had talked about it, agree on some things. Okay, this is how we want. I'm not going to be a housewife. I'm going to be a housewife. I'm going to be a career person. This is the career path. Career can shift. What do you want? We talk about all of this.
Yeah.
And then along the line, the person change. We can now ask for help. Okay, how do we resolve it? What is the matter really? Maybe ask for counselor or something.
In a situation where you have a partner who doesn't even want to seek help, now for you to go for counseling, it has to be the both of you agree. You have to meet. You have to have a common ground. As okay, yes, we need this. We have to go for this. Now, in a situation where someone is being or one partner that's your husband's being difficult, what does the woman do?
It's a very simple thing. If it's life threatening, there must be somebody he respects.
Yeah.
So you don't need his permission to do that. You go ahead. Get the people he respects. They come talk to him. If he doesn't listen, I mean, some people, when God shuts you up for a reason, it also happens in marriage. Yes. So you need to now know, okay, when is the time to draw this line? Maybe this battle we've been fighting. Okay, when is the time to draw?
Yeah.
Because most of the times when you speak and then he's not listening, tendency that you saw that trade in him before the marriage. Because most of the times when people say, my husband changed after marriage, I'm looking like,
you must have seen the signs. No
matter
how tiny it is.
If he never treated you well while you were courting or dating him, and you expect that you are now Mrs. to change the whole thing. No, it doesn't work that way. So
people don't change overnight.
People don't change. If you now speak to someone he respects and he doesn't still see reason, then you can maybe separate first. There's nothing wrong with separation. You can give yourself a break for your sanity, for your mental health. Okay, let him handle this. Let's see whether he will come back to his senses. I mean, there are always a middle ground for people to work things out, but your mental health or your sanity should come first.
Honestly, I feel like this is a sign because of recent I've been hearing relationship experts, pastors talking about having a figure that he listens to, someone that can call him to order. There's always. So if you don't have a man, if you don't have somebody that can call your man to order when he messes up, then you need to retrace your step. And this is even like a bonus for people.
It's a very strong warning. It's a very strong warning sign that he doesn't listen to anybody. Is it the God on earth? He doesn't listen to anybody. How? He doesn't listen to you. He doesn't respect you. He doesn't listen to his parents. He doesn't listen to his pastors. Nobody.
That's a very bad sign. So before we continue our conversation
earlier about challenges, but as much as we talk about challenges, of course, we will always face challenges. There must have a memorable moment. I really love for you to share the memorable moment with us.
Okay. Thank you. We've had a quite number of memorable moments, and it's still on. One of such was I was walking down my estate, and I saw a school girl who just ran to me and said, Madam She.
I love the sound of that.
Madam She. And I look at her. I wasn't expecting her to, recognize my face because, when you take off wig and you are just, and she said, you were in my school some time ago. Aww. Thank you so much. And the hug she gave me, you could feel, I felt it.
The warmth.
I felt the warmth. I had to hold her and say, thank you. That was very good of you to even recognize my face. I've had quite a few number of those memorable times, and also the other one was when a lady said, after the training you did for us, I now know what to do with fire extinguisher, because I told them where fire extinguisher should be in the car, and how to use it. Whether it was touch within the period of 6 months, it should be examined, because you can be at the point of using it and it fails you. So what do you do? So it should be examined and checked. And the lady said, thank you. After that, I now know how to use fire extinguisher and even where to keep it in my car. Because I was sharing with them a lady who had a fire incident in the car, and she had fire extinguisher, lucky enough. but she didn't know what to do.
Oh my goodness.
So when she saw the fire engulf her car, she just took the fire extinguisher, threw it at the car.
Oh my goodness.
So you can actually have something and don't know how to use it. So
True.
the usage is very important as you having it.
All right. So as we wrap up the show, do you have any training conferences coming up right now for girls, women, or anything else?
Okay, so we have a conference coming up, the She Safety and Gender Week, coming up from the 3rd of November to the 8th. 4 days of comprehensive training in 4 major military barracks here in Lagos. Yes, and we are doing this in partnership with the OWA, Stars there, Army Officers' Wife Association, Nigerian Navy Officers' Wife, Nigerian Air Force, and POWA, that's Police Officers' Wife, and NAFRICOWA. So we'll be having training in 4 major military barracks here in Lagos. And then we'll have breast cancer awareness walk on the 5th day. And then we'll have award and gala night. And we have school safety projects going on every other month. Yes, where we go to school and teach the girl child self-defense, emergency response, personal hygiene, and all of that.
Okay, so the next one for that is this coming
yes. The one for November.
So where is the location for that one?
Okay, so we have Ikeja Cantonment for the Army. We have Nigerian Navy Town Barracks for the Navy. We have Sam Etan for Air Force, and then POWA Secretariat at Ikeja for police. And then the award and the breast cancer awareness walk, which I want to invite both of you.
Oh, definitely show up. We'll definitely show up.
At Mark Anthony Way by Bolaji on Friday, the 7th of November.
Okay, that's next Friday.
Yes, next week Friday, 7 a.m. So we'll have survivor story, walk, robotics, dance, and then we'll have screening for women.
Okay.
Then Saturday, the 8th of November, we'll be having gala night at the Nigerian Armed Forces Resettlement Center, Oshodi, where we'll celebrate women on uniform and like minds.
Okay.
That's really interesting.
Can you share your social media handles or your phone number? So anyone that is interested in
can reach you.
Okay. Our social media, our website is shesafetyhealth.org. And then our social media is also She Safety Health at all the social media, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and all of that. Then our phone number is 080-771-66551. I'll take that again. 080-771-66551.
All right. Thank you so much. I want to call you Madam She right now. I really love the sound. Like she said, I love the sound of that, Madam She. But thank you so much, Ambassador Mabel. I also want to correct something. While reading her profile, I said she's serving in the Nigerian military, Nigerian Army. But it's actually the Nigerian Navy. So my bad. I apologize for that.
Okay, thank you so much for being on the program. Thank you so much. It was really an amazing time.
You're welcome.
Yeah. And I don't know why I'm so particular about self-defense.
You can
go and learn.
I
really need to learn that. Thank you so much.
Come and join us. It's my pleasure.
I hope you enjoyed your time on the show.
Yes, sure. I look forward to
always answer.
Amazing.